Hey, hello Capricorn, thank you so much for joining us at 3 Rabbit Tarot. We're going to be doing a weekly reading for your week of the 24th. We're going to be breaking our deck in half here to make things a little bit more manageable. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross here for you for the next week, just to get like a general reading of like your general energies, the any challenges that you could be facing. So here in our area of general energy, we have the 8 of Wands card. So I think that this came up for somebody else as well, one of the last readings. So if you can't really quite remember who that was, but you should probably check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos as well, because this might also come up if you have one of those similar signs. I'm getting an idea of travel here with the 8 of Wands card. It can be like a lot of things or people coming in at once, but I also get the sensation of travel, especially with like the air and like the sky here. So maybe you're taking a moment to travel somewhere at this moment. So maybe right here with the 8 of Wands card, you're kind of taking a minute to travel, to go somewhere. Any challenges that you should be expecting for this next week? We have the High Priestess card. So definitely reevaluating something about yourself. It could be that these travels that you're going on are maybe bringing you into contact with people. We kind of talked about just now about like people coming in with like the 8 of Wands card, but I'm also getting that sensation of travel. Maybe you're going back to a place where you knew a lot of different people, and it's kind of forcing you to soul search and to kind of judge this new life that you built for yourself, and then your old life and like the expectations that people had of you, especially with like the black and white here of like the 2 pillars on like the High Priestess card. I think that this is all about like really doing like a deep dive into yourself, and just kind of you're being forced to reevaluate yourself a little bit by coming into contact with people from your past. Here in the recent past, we have the Tower card. So maybe that's the reason for the travel, Capricorn. Maybe something catastrophic happened. Maybe I'm almost getting the sensation that you might have lost somebody recently. I think this is like a really specific reading for Capricorn here. But I think that there's a Capricorn out there who recently lost somebody. It could have been a death, and because of that, you're kind of forced to go and travel, probably back home to see old friends and family. And then that situation is putting you like in like this situation where you're kind of like reevaluating your old life compared to your new life. It could just be that you moved to like a different city a long time ago. But let's clarify things and see what the future has in store for you. Coming into the next week and the next couple weeks, we have the Ace of Swords here. So definitely going forward on some sort of new like intellectual pursuit. It might just be that like this whole experience of going back home and meeting people from your past, it could just be kind of like reaffirming who you are as an individual and kind of reminding you of why you left in the first place. And that could be the thing that kind of like reinvigorates you once you return home or to your new home. Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what's going on in we have above and below here. So in your goals and aspirations, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is you wanting to really push forward on something and find something new. I think that it can be like a little jarring to have to step back if you have to like travel back home for some reason and come into contact with people from your past. At times it can be like a little jarring, and I think that you can want to like rush out of that situation. But I'd say really the High Priestess card here is your challenge. So it's kind of forcing you, is kind of telling you, okay, Capricorn, right now is the time to reevaluate yourself, to reevaluate the life that you built for yourself. So perhaps don't rush off, even though that might be your goal or aspiration. Here in your unconscious, we have the 4 of Cups card. So here with the 4 of Cups card, it's definitely, you have like these 3 cups here, and then there's like this want for like something else though. So it could be like a little bit of like disillusionment. And I think that this is all really, I'm kind of getting like all like this energy and like this straight row here. I really think that there has been some kind of like Capricorn right now who has returned home for dramatic reasons. Could be a death or something, or, you know, maybe just some kind of loss in general. So you've returned home to where you were born, and because of that, it's kind of drawing all these old emotions up in you, and you could be just be feeling right now a little bit dissatisfied with the circumstances that you're in right now, and you're hoping to just kind of get out of there, and you're almost reminded of why you left in the first place, I think, Capricorn. Okay, so here in our Yeah, so here in our area of advice, we have the 8 of Cups card. So this is telling you that it's okay to walk away from things. I think that right now all these cups are upright, pretty similar to the Four of Cups card here, right? Everything's upright, but you're wanting something else. You don't want to be like bogged down in like this old energy that you already escaped. And this is just telling you you're gonna go back home. Don't worry about it, Capricorn. It's all good. There's nothing too much to worry about. Here with we have the Moon card as your external factors, which is pretty interesting because I feel like the Moon really relates quite well to the High Priestess card. This can just be speaking about like a little bit of confusion. I think that the external factors is that there are these people from your past is causing like a little bit of like anxiety and confusion for you right now, Capricorn. But I mean, obviously, I think the good thing about this reading as a whole is this Ace of Swords card here. This is telling you that you're going to be able to return, just weather through whatever this return, and eventually you'll be able to return, and then you'll be like reinvigorated at the same time, and you'll feel a little bit like reaffirmed in what you've built up over the years. In our last two cards here, we have our hopes and fears. So here with like the Nine of Cups card, it can just be all about worrying and hoping for some kind of abundance coming into your life. So I think that when you return, you're going to be able to build up that abundance. But right now, you're kind of worried that if you stay too stuck and grounded in the past here with these people from the past, you're going to miss out on some opportunities that you've left behind. But here, in your outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles card, which is incredibly hopeful to see. And this card did come up for somebody else. It might have been Libra. I think it came out as it came up as like an outcome for Libra, I think. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So it just seems like you're going through like a little bit of a slump right now, Capricorn. It seems like you've gone back home to something that you've kind of already outgrown. There's no benefits for you there. But this is telling you you're going to have the opportunity to go back. You're going to be reaffirmed in who you are. And because of like that reaffirming energy, you're going to be able to foster a garden around you. So Capricorn, this is not a crazy dramatic reading or anything, but it's a pretty hopeful reading. I think that right now you're going through a brief period over these next couple weeks where you're just kind of reevaluating who you are. So Capricorn, at the end of our reading here, we're going to draw 3 different cards for yes, no, or maybe. So if you want to pause the video and think of 3 different questions, and then we're going to pull 1, 2, and 3 different cards and give you an answer to those questions. So we'll go ahead and let you pause the video. And 1, 2, and 3. So to your first question, I'd say a definite yes. To your next question, I'd have kind of like a no. Really hesitant no, but still a no. And then on your last question, I kind of have a maybe. It's a little bit of a toss-up between yes and no on this one. It's kind of up to the circumstances around you to decide this last question, Capricorn. So Capricorn, thank you so much for joining us. Please check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos, and please subscribe, like this video, and then also check us out on Instagram where we post extra content. And thank you for joining us.